All right, we're starting on the seat tonight. I'm going to replace the seat foam and this grid. And just a quick inspection. Looks like there's two nuts here. Looks like the back just maybe slides in those little grooves there. We've got a plug. Looks like a plug. Sorry. Here, I need to disconnect. And here, there's another connection. So this one I think goes to the seat belt. The seat belt. This one, I don't know what that does, but the wire runs all the way up, around, and over to this plug. Okay, so that is exactly how that worked. This plug has a lock. Pull this piece out, then you just push this tab, that disconnects that. This one down here just disconnects from that little tab. I've got to get this piece loose, and I should be able to lift this off. And there you have it. Just like that, the seat bottom is loose. And here's the frame. 13mm socket, an extension, some needle nose pliers, small screwdriver for the little tabs. Off it goes. All right, the cover is off. You're going to have this channel all the way around. These little hooks and this hook in the back. So this isn't in that great a shape. This is the driver's side, faces out towards the door. Of course, I wouldn't be in that great a shape either after 400,000 miles of coffee spills and farts. So once you get that off, you've got this, which is the seat cushion. So let's get that off. Put those channels and those hooks hook along the edge. So you got these little places here for it to hook. Roll that over. All right, so let's get the foam off. All right, so here's old and busted. And the new hotness. This is considerably firmer, or more firm, firmer, more firm, I don't know. So I definitely expect to feel a difference here. This is definitely worn out. And the frame itself, so here's what we're left with. I'm going to replace this grid. I don't know that you have to, but it looks like you disconnect these springs. The front just hooks over these tabs here. Should be pretty easy. March 16th, 2005. So here's the grid spring. Here's the part number. Got this on Amazon. I didn't really think this was going to be a lot different after just a quick glance, but if you look at the wires, that has 10, right? How many does this have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So this has 2 more wires than this one. The gaps between the wires aren't as big, so maybe that'll help. I found a good way to remove the old one. All right, the new grid is in. The best way I could figure to do this was to take pliers and pull this direction, and maybe even take a screwdriver and push those down in those tabs. So it's pretty tight. So it took some squeezing, but that's in. And now we're going to move to the pad. Okay, the pad is a Dorman part, also purchased on Amazon. All right, after some wrestling, it's on. I left this loose because I've got to connect that plug. The move to what I did was worked this front and side, these front and side hooks. Again, these roll over and pull over and push on. Now for the back one, I had to kind of pull it against myself really hard and to get that back one to hook. So we're on. I think once I've sat in it a few times and the new foam collapses a little, these grooves will, there's grooves in the foam and there's Velcro down through here and here, I think here, and there's a Velcro down in there to hold those in place. So I think once the foam collapses some, but man, I can already tell it's a huge difference in the old one. So can't wait to try it. So I'm not going to put it back together tonight. I've got some other things to show you guys on the interior. Pretty cool thing with these tub O towels. I'll show you with that. And this noise you're hearing in the background is my air conditioner. It's hot. So anyway, seat foam is done. Okay, so here it is back together. The new foam is definitely thicker. I really had to push those two little things that go into the tabs underneath. I really had to push those in there. So it's a lot thicker right through here, and this feels much firmer. So I'm hoping that once I sit in it some, I can get these Velcro things to seat down in those grooves and get rid of that slack. We'll see. If I don't, or if it doesn't, I don't care. It has to feel better than it did. So anyway, hopefully that'll give you some motivation to fix your seat. If you're replacing seat covers, the process will be very similar with or without the foam. So don't be afraid to tackle this. It was actually pretty easy and took about an hour. So sorry if I'm yelling. I'm talking over the air conditioner. See you soon.